Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, being joined by the People's Champion, according to the billboard behind you, and to many of these people here, Jack Catterall. Jack, huge fight for you coming up, but a bit of a community day here. Loads have turned out for this 5k run. Shows the support you've got here in Chorley.
Yeah, you know what? Pleasantly surprised. I knew we'd get a few down. One of my good friends, Reese, has set up a run club recently over the last couple of months, and he's been getting a few down. So the weather's picked up, and we thought, you know what, we're going to make an afternoon of it. So we've invited everyone down and give some t-shirts out and had a few races. It's been good fun.
Is it a bit of a relief, when you organise something like this, you think, bloody hell, I hope A, that we don't absolutely hammer it down, and B, that plenty of people turn up.
Yeah, you know what, we're built for it here, but it makes it that bit nicer when it's sunny, and I think we only put it together on Thursday night, so a 4 or 5 day turnaround is not a bad turnout.
Absolutely. Look, let's get to the business at hand. In terms of your career to this point, we all know the ebbs and flows, but now you've got a bit of consistency. You're on the verge of a world title, and you're going to be the first fighter alongside, obviously, Regis Prograis to headline the Manchester Coop Arena. We didn't get a chance to catch up at the presser, so just tell me, you must feel privileged to get to this point and where you are. You must be over the moon with it.
Over the moon with it. I've had that activity. I've been kept busy. The fights that we wanted. First fight at the Coop Live Arena, phenomenal. A big fight in Regis Prograis, a fight that we had scheduled probably a couple of years ago. That didn't come to a head, so we've got it on now, and it's a must-win fight.
It is must-win, but there seems to be that mutual respect between you two. We see it a lot of times where there's a bit of needle. Obviously, we know why there was between you and Josh, but there seems to be that sort of understanding where Regis knows what he's coming for. For him, it's redemption. He's lost his world titles against Devin Haney. He wants to get back. He wants to get back up there. And for you, you're on the rise, and it's like, look, I'm here to sort of say this is the new era kind of thing. You're stepping into it. Is there the respect there between you?
Yeah, the respect's definitely there. You're talking about a former 2-time world champion. There's been no trash talk really. I think it goes without saying we're both coming to fight each other, we both want to win, and we're both preparing to beat each other, so you could probably get into words with that, but there's no needle there. I think with Regis, like you touched on, I think Eddie Hearn said it's a fight that come all of a sudden, but it's a brilliant fight. He obviously wants to regain his world titles. I want to be put in the picture for the world title shot, and I think the fight between us both puts us in a stronger position afterwards to go on and fight for the world title.
So a lot of people, I think, after the fight, I know Teofimo Lopez's name got mentioned. I spoke to James straight afterwards. I'd love that fight. Everyone feels that you, and I think that everyone's quite warranted in saying you deserve a world title shot. Was this almost like maybe the only other fight out there, apart from the belt holders, where you could really go, you know what, it's worthwhile? Because you can't go from a Josh Taylor, who's obviously still a very good Josh Taylor like we saw, to a takeover, could you?
Yeah, you know what it is. There was no immediate world title shot, and I've been in that position before where I've been told it's going to happen. I've been sat on the sidelines. I can't afford to be sat waiting about for it. There probably is other names I could have boxed, but when the opportunity come to fight Regis come about, it's one that I jumped at. He's a big name in boxing. He's boxed over here before against Josh. I think that were like 2017, 18 maybe. So people are familiar with him, and I mean, I want meaningful fights, and I've said it from the get-go, and if this fight puts me in a better position to fight for a world title, then these are the fights that I need.
How would you beat him? How would you beat Regis Prograis? He will be looking to show a better version of himself as the last time out. We saw what happened against Devin Haney. Devin's an elite fighter. Forget what happened against Ryan Garcia. How would you beat a guy like Regis Prograis?
I think my boxing ability, I think my defence, my footwork, the smarts in the ring. I think all round, I know Regis is very strong. He carries a lot of power. He's knocked out a lot of fighters, but he's going to need to bring more than that to beat me. I think I've got the boxing IQ on him, and I've got the momentum right now. He's coming off his defeat in December. He's maybe been out the ring for some months. I've been consistent. I've stayed in the gym, and it's my time now.
Do you think, obviously, I know you can't look past a guy like Regis, forget him, he's got the accolades, he's been there and done it. In terms of, obviously, Teofimo, he was in there with Steve Claggett. Did you see anything of his performance, and what did you make of it?
I didn't watch the fight in full. You can't make nothing of it. I was at Regis's fight in December against Haney. I thought Haney boxed well. I thought Regis, his last 2 performances probably haven't been his best, but again, that being said, I think he's probably got the bit between his teeth now where he needs to turn up and put a shift in and put a good performance in to get back on track. So that's what's got me fired up for this fight.
Have you had any sort of, and I know you normally can't have them in boxing, but we're in an era now where all the big fights are happening. Have you had any assurances to say, look, you have this fight, you get past Regis, there's definitely a world title at the end of the rainbow kind of thing, because you deserve to be now in a world title fight.
You know what it is, I leave that down to Matchroom, to Sam. I'm going into this fight, my mind's fully focused on Regis. It's going to be a tough fight, a big fight, but one I'm comfortable and confident in winning. I don't talk about plans after the fight, it'd be stupid of me. I've never done it before and I won't do it now. Fully focused on Regis, but that being said, I'm realistic. I am confident that something big will be delivered after it.
You're in a position now where you're creating a real sort of legacy for yourself in terms of the Coop arena. How much of a dream will it be on the night when you get that ring walk, you see the crowd there, it open up, it's a huge arena, and then obviously you'll be looking to build on from that. Obviously we're not looking past, but this is your time, isn't it?
Of course it's my time. I went down there a couple of weeks ago for the press conference. What an arena, it's massive. It's going to be packed. There's going to be a lot of fans from Charlie down there. It's going to be a good feeling, and it's something, like I said, we can build on. The fight's not too far from where I live, so it's easy for people to get to, and there's going to be a lot of support there.
Could you have ever envisaged this sort of, 18, 24 months ago, maybe when you were sort of in a bit of limbo after the first Taylor fight, the promotional crossovers, etc., and it was like, when are we going to see you back? Obviously then you signed with Matchroom, but could you ever have envisaged this happening? Because it seemed like a long way off.
These are the things you work towards. You don't look too far ahead, and you can't predict what the future holds, but you can certainly work towards it. And I've done my bit of the bid. I've been in the gym preparing, learning and developing, and ultimately what's meant for you won't pass you by. So I think for me everything's fallen into place at the right time, and I'm making the most of it every day.
You're confident you can become not just world champion, but unified world champion, and head towards some form of, legacy where you become maybe challenged for an Undisputed one day. You had the chance before. A lot of people's eyes, that was yours, but you're looking to work towards that again and start bringing belts together, and that's all that's really sort of left to add to your career as it stands.
Yeah, listen, I turn up every day. I believe I'm one of the best fighters in my division. I think timing is everything in boxing, but I'm confident I can get there, win these world titles, and I wouldn't be turning up to the gym, I wouldn't be conning the people that come and support me if I didn't truly believe in myself. I believe I'm going to go all the way.
I spoke to Sam Jones after the fight, and he says, you know what, I've got to take a little bit of credit here. Your ring walk at that arena, did he pick both them songs? He was saying, I wanted it to be a bit like this, feel like that. How much input did Sam have on this?
You know what, I picked the first song, Benny King, Stand By Me, and Sam, was it Aretha Franklin?
Yeah, I love Keeping, what is it?
Keeping Me Higher. Sam come up with that one, but that was one of an option, so I picked them both really.
Do you know what you're doing for this one? Is he having any input in this or not?
It's a surprise.
Jack Catterall, the People's Champion. Appreciate you for joining us on Boxing Social. We look forward to seeing you fight week in Manchester. We will catch up soon. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming down to Charlie.
Anytime, my friend.
Nice one.